If a new person comes into town, if a new person comes into your town and he just starts wrecking his shop, maybe just calm down and be like, who is this guy really? Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon reviewing Nobody Choose. What's about pretty simple premise. Since the first movie, he burnt a bunch of Russians' money, and now he's got to pay back his organization by doing a bunch of hits after hits after hits. And right now he's about $30 million still in debt, but he's had enough. He's just got to take a quick break, do a vacation with his family, and just do a regroup. However, he runs into a supply chain of drugs, of biological weapons, of cash in this route, and I want to say in Wisconsin. And now his organization's like, we can't help you with this person. And this person is Sharon Stone. You also have Colin Hanks as the sheriff. And you have the same people coming back from the original Bob Odenkirk, Riz, Christopher Lloyd, and others. So overall, did I like this movie? I thought it was a fun, quick hour-and-a-half movie that didn't overstay its welcome. Yeah, sure, the bad girl or bad guy, Sharon Stone, was very throwaway. I mean, very, very throwaway. We were supposed to believe that she's this diabolical, just crazy person. However, she herself really doesn't do anything diabolical. It's all of her henchmen. And without her henchmen, I think she's just a placeholder, unfortunately. The good in the movie. The action set pieces are fun. The best one is, in my opinion, the boat one. Because it was closed, contained, and you just felt the punches in that one. While the other ones are fun as well, especially the big theme park one, the Rizzo one where he's in the woods, that's a fun one as well. But overall, I think they're just fun little action set pieces. The story itself, it isn't bad. Sorry, my eyes are watering for some reason. But like I said, it's a very simplistic going to a family going for a vacation, and all of a sudden, bam, they're in the middle of a trade route. I would think the organization that is kind of backing the main guy's character would, be like, yo, if you could actually get rid of Sharon Stone's character, we will, take 15 million off your debt or do something like that. If she's such a bad hombre in this area, that this organization that Bob Odenkirk works for could maybe take over and gain that money real quick back for the Russians, you would think that would be part of a plot point, but it wasn't. Kids do a good job. I think the kids had a little bit of a better arc in this movie, but I do think the son could have a little bit better arc, though, of like what he's going through in school and things like that. The wife's route feels like she could play a better part if there's going to be a Nobody 3, but I don't know. I think this is going to do a little bit better in the box office compared to the first one, but not as much to think that there absolutely needs to be a Nobody 3. You can compare this kind of to like Love Hurts of the actual like action set pieces per se. So that's what's fun. Christopher Lloyd's fun, and that's what they're saying. They're all having fun in this movie about just blowing up bad guys with guns. This is more guns, in my opinion, to hand-to-hand combat compared to the first one. Yeah, there's a hand-to-hand combat scene in the elevator, and like I said, there's one in a garage where a kid is kidnapped, as well as, like I said, I like the one on the duck boat. But it's just fun. Is it better than the first one? Absolutely not. You kind of, the stick is there, and you do feel it throughout. This is going to be a very short review because, I mean, there's not a lot to really talk about in this movie, right? There's action set pieces that are fun. The story is very bare bone. Sharon Stone is a very bare bone person. Even Colin Hanks is a sheriff. Like, he's also very bare bone. And you don't really get the grasp of, like, why I believe she is such a bad hombre, where I'm like, oh my god, I need to run. Yes, she does some biological stuff if, like, people are stealing, or she will kill bloodlines to get her way. However, she really doesn't kill anyone. She lets all the henchmen do it, and it's kind of funny. If anyone just kills her, it feels like anyone could replace her. So yes, go for the action. Don't stay for the story. So Nobody 2 will receive a 3.5 out of 5 Futons, which equals at 70%. We'll see what the critics and news scores gave this one. Critics, a 78% with 134 of them. Audience score at 89% of the 500. Critic consensus. While Frumply action hero Hutch Mansell's tries to enjoy a nice vacation. Bob Odenkirk works overtime to make Nobody 2 a diverting sequel that measures up admirably to the original. Well, I do think the original is a little bit better, but that's just my personal opinion. 70, 78, 98. Chase out here with the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One of these Futontopia. You Blue Futonians, thank you for watching. Have a great day. I don't care if you watch this today, tomorrow, week, for a month, and a year from now. I love every single freaking one of you. Peace and love. Peace and love. And what did you think of this Nobody?